So I've got a C-130 landing to bring us some kit that we're going to use to make this bench. And we're at the FBO in Rapid City, so we're on sort of the private side of the airport. We were escorted back, and yeah, now we're going to marshal in the C-130. We're going to pull over. We're going to offload some stuff. I think it's going to be a pretty quick trip. I don't even think they're shutting engines down. So the commander, they were doing some rotation stuff out of Montana and stopped by, swung over Devil's Tower for a little look-see, and landed in Rapid for us. So these are these guys getting marshaled in right now, and I'd know that sound anywhere. So yeah, so these guys are bringing us some stuff, and this is pretty cool. I've been around a lot of C-130, but never on the civilian side of an airport. He's got the ramp and door open already. So the cargo compartment of the C-130 was my office for 4 years. This opportunity for a kid from the Midwest to fly literally around the world, to work with such cool men and women in the US Air Force, to wear the uniform, to serve my country. And what an unbelievable gift to come back 25 years later and be involved for a project, for the branch of the service that I was in, for a base I was stationed at. Coolest job ever. So we had this opportunity to build this super cool project for the schoolhouse at Little Rock Airforce Base. And we got a special delivery on a C-130, and they dropped off these pallets for us. They're going to be the base of our project for our bench. And yeah, this is incredible. It's been so long, 20 plus years since I smelled that smell of jet fuel, heard the sound of these engines, and I have goosebumps. I knew this was coming today, but I didn't expect sort of to feel like this. And it's pretty awesome. Just as fast as they got here, they're ready to go. So now that you've gotten the taste of what's in store for this project and why it means so much to me, it's time to head back to Shortgrass, where my cameraman is probably waiting. So I'm headed up into the boneyard today. We have this special project, it's very special to me, that we're doing. It's going to be a little different than the projects you've seen us do on the show, but still starts the same basic way. Got an idea, go find the parts, load up the parts, turn those parts into something different. The part today, 2 parts that we're picking up today. One is an entire flap section, like the flap off a wing of a C-130. It's about 30 feet long, and we're going to pick up the big gooseneck trailer and go pick it up. And the other part is a Type 5 airdrop platform. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but I'll explain it when we start working on it. Listen, I'm going to return this basket. I promise. One of these days I'm going to have a camera on this. How close am I, Clark?
2 more inches back. Oh, there we go. I like that.
I'm going to go forward. I rolled back a little bit.
Oh yeah, that wasn't my fault. That was gravity's fault.
That was not your fault.
A little more, a little more. There we go.
There's things in building that'll spoil you, right? So the first time you use a laser, like a rotary laser, you just can't even imagine how you built a deck or a frame without it. The second thing that'll spoil you is first time you use hydraulic landing gear on a trailer. You don't have to crank and crank and crank. That will also spoil you forever. All right, Clark, hop in. I'd recently used a part of this for one of our episodes this season, so I know it's somewhere up in the boneyard. All right, find a flap. Okay, awesome. So the idea of what we're building is I want to build this bench. So we had the opportunity to go to Little Rock Airforce Base and be part of a new schoolhouse facility for Loadmaster training. So that was the job I had in the Air Force. I was stationed at Little Rock Airforce Base. The old schoolhouse is still there, but they've built this new training facility where they train Loadmasters from literally all over the world. It's an amazing state-of-the-art facility, and we're gonna do a little bench out in front of it. It used to be a thing where we would sit outside and we'd listen to the Loadmaster instructors tell these stories of Vietnam and the Gulf War and all these different things, and we were just pie-eyed 18-year-olds soaking it all in, and it was sort of this place where everyone hung out, yeah, so we want to give them that, give the new Loadmaster students that, but we want to upgrade it a little bit for them. So the floor of the bench, or the seat of the bench, the frame of it will be a Type 5 airdrop pallet, and the backrest is the section of a C-130 flap. It's not important where I got the flap. So the bench seat like this with the backrest like this is going to be a portion of that flap. One of the other things, a buddy of mine who's helping me with this project, who is our liaison at Little Rock, I got a little surprise for him that he doesn't know about, that he challenged me. How do I want to say this? He said it couldn't be done, and we're going to do it. Actually, Clark, will you help me with this so I don't have to go get a machine?
Yeah.
Thank you. This flap section isn't as heavy as you think it would be, but it's just really awkward to get loaded up on a trailer. All right, next piece. What's a bench without a seat? Now we're headed down to find our next component of this build. All right. Yeah, I need help with this one too.
Great. Okay.
We set up our cameras to cover our team lift. Pitter patter, get at her. So Clark, you guys don't know this about Clark. You'll see Clark later. Sometimes you see him. Clark is the father of two beautiful little girls that are so much fun, and they wave to me every time I see them. They're cute. How old are the girls?
3.5 and 1.
3.5 and 1. I love it. Pretty soon they'll be 17, buddy. And filling out college applications. I'm equally excited and not excited about this. But it's a story for another time. So a C-130 Hercules is a cargo plane. It's a military cargo plane. It was the plane I flew on for my career in the Air Force, and its specialty is air land and air drop. So the first part of my career, I was the person who threw everything out of the airplane, people, trucks, guns, you name it. And then my last year in the Air Force, I was in the rigging shop. So I actually got to rig up the airdrop platforms. So this is one of those platforms. This is called a Type 5. and they're basically tongue and groove platforms. You put multiples of these together to make a really long platform. So let's say you had to drop a trailer that's 22 feet long, that won't fit on a standard airdrop pallet. So they lock these pallets together to make a custom big pallet. So this is just a 2-foot section by 108 inches. And that's what we're gonna use for the seat of our bench. I'm thinking about polishing it up. Like shiny polishing it up. It's time to say goodbye to Shortgrass for now. We're headed to Granny Flats, where the guys and I spent the whole day cleaning up to get ready for this project.